Hi guys, this is Steve Wolbach, your friendly public adjuster. I want to put on a little video here. This one is going to be entitled, What Should You Expect? And what we're referring to, what should you expect, is what do you expect from me? If you join my team, this is a recruiting video. So if you join my team and come under my wing, what exactly am I going to do for you? All right, well, that's a fair question. Now, there are two ways you can join. You can join as you have absolutely no background, you know nothing about the industry, and we're going to help you there, which means that one of the first steps as you are training will be to get your license. You will definitely need to have your license. The other way that one would come in is you already have your license, but you just don't know how to go about it of going out and actually working in the industry as a public adjuster. How do you put that to use? And that's where we'll show you the techniques, the tools that you may need. Well, not may, you will need. How you go about doing all this to be able to actually help somebody as the end result. And of course, follow to that is to be paid on a commission because you've been able to help someone get a settlement and you've made somebody very happy, including yourself. And that's what this is all about. Okay, so if we go back to the person that has no license, I will help you every way possible. Now, their portion of this will be textbook studying, and that is something that pretty much is going to be done on your own. I'm not going to be able to help you at all there. I can answer some questions for you along the way that you might get from the textbook, but as far as taking the time to actually look over the textbook, I can point you in the direction of where to get the textbook. I can point you in the way of looking at other videos that will help you to prepare yourself to take the test. I'll do all that for you, but I obviously, not that you want me to, I can't take the test for you. So you need to acquire some knowledge to be competent to take the test. And it's not that big of a deal, but it does need to take place. All right, let's say that we've come beyond that now. You've got that. All right, we're going to show you how to do home inspections. You know, what do you do when you first arrive? What are the techniques? What is the format there? Procedure. Just like there's a procedure for filing a claim, there's a procedure for finding a claim. So what we do there is you stand right beside us and we'll take you through the process, show you, explain to you why this takes place, why this needs to take place. Whatever question you may have as you throw it out, we'll address it. There are, as I say, certain tools that you'll need, and you'll see firsthand where those tools are used and how beneficial those tools are in helping you to maximize and get the largest claim possible. One quick example I'm going to give you is using a moisture meter, and I'm only going to talk about that. But a moisture meter is so very helpful when we're dealing with what? That's right, a water claim. There you go. You guys are right on top of things. That's right. And when you come into an area and you use that meter and you go to different points of the house, aside from the obvious, and you still get high levels of moisture readings on the meter, you can snap some pictures. That really goes great when you go up against the insurance adjuster and show him just how far spread this damage is, and that no, it's not just this wall. It's the wall to the right and the wall to the left. Sometimes it's actually migrated through the wall to the backside into a new room. Carpeting is constantly damaged. It doesn't look it, but underneath, you may have a hardwood floor underneath it that has been damaged. And that moisture meter, again, will be able to pick that right up and give you that information. So that's so very helpful the tools that you would use. But as you go through an inspection, normally a homeowner can say, well, see, this is what happened. The ceiling dropped down, or, my hot water heater went, and, watch where you're stepping. You might slip, type thing. Those are very obvious. When you do see damp spots, and it's not so obvious, we need to then find out the cause. Where is this actually coming from? What has caused this to wet the wall like that? Or what's caused this carpet to be so wet? Because not just showing damage, but being able to prove to the insurance adjuster how or why it was damaged. It was a result of a certain peril that took place. So, we need to put together a case to be able to show to the insurance adjuster so that, there's no question about what's going on here. Not allowing him any excuses or giving him any leeway to try to deny or to minimize what he would actually have to pay out on the claim. And then, when you go out there, what that's actually called, the formal term is scoping. Your field scoping. So you go to a home and you'll do the scope on there, and there you're collecting information. You're determining what took place, why it took place. A lot of times we don't know how long, but that's not as important. Although time frames are important to a claim, and you'll learn that damage, we need to report things in a timely fashion. Sometimes we've been successful when we're out of that statute, but more often than not, that 1 year period, the insurance companies try to hang their hats on that. Something fierce, but there are ways that we're able to get around that. I know, for example, we had a situation where it was like 8 years ago, but the bottom line was we were still successful. Not me personally, a colleague of mine argued the case. He had worked for an insurance company as the insurance adjuster originally, and then he left the dark side and came over to being a public adjuster. I say that tongue in cheek. Normally we're not too good of friends. I mean, the whole idea is the object of the insurance adjuster is to pay out as little as possible, if anything. The object, of course, to the public adjuster is to get paid as much as possible, period. So as far as the training goes, those are types of things that you will learn when you come under my wing. I will take you through the steps. There's times that, and at times when you're dealing with a situation where there's a fire, there needs to be a lot of empathy displayed. It's not just business. This is people's homes, all their personal belongings. This is their life. This is their children's lives. And that when it's destroyed like that, we need to be very compassionate. And we're there initially as more advising and comforting and just helping them to try to get some type of stability going. And we will move into where it's a fact-finding mission and we're doing things. But, originally, something real good example is, how about, if people have a lot of medications and the house is burned down, do you have any medication now? All right, well, we need to somehow help you put together and get you some medication over the next days before we can get, things squared away. If you're taking that every day and sometimes perhaps several times through the day, that's important. We need to get that. You're already stressed out as it is. We don't need you now having to work with the fact that you're not getting medication that helps to regulate normal daily functions. So, there's a lot behind becoming a public adjuster. It is very rewarding and it's very profitable if you do it right. And everybody wins on this. So, again, as far as training goes, that's how you will learn, step by step, one case at a time, and ask questions. There's never a wrong question why do we do this? Why is this? That's fine. No problem. This is why. This is needed too. And you'll learn. It's very informative. It's very thorough, because after all, the more thorough you are when you go through a scoping, the more you're going to find as far as damage, and the more damage means a higher settlement, and that just makes everybody happy. So, guys, I'm going to stop it here, but there's a lot of things we can do to help people becoming an adjuster. As far as come under, let's get some training going. Either we get your license or you have your license, and let's move forward where we're actually going to go out and start putting it to use. Having a license by itself doesn't really do any good. How do you apply it now? You have the textbook part, but now you need the actual field experience. I mean, look at a doctor. Doctor comes in and he has a textbook for years and years and years. Then they do that internship. What do you think that internship's all about? That's that hands-on experience. That's what well-rounds. That's where you can apply what you've learned from the textbook into a true application. So very important. So guys, this is Steve Wolbach, your friendly public adjuster. I hope that you've learned something here. I hope I've given you some thought. If you are interested, or if you think you might be interested in becoming a public adjuster and you would like to contact me, well, I would ask you and invite you to do so. My phone number is 610-213-8820. Also, I can be reached via email, and that would be Steve Wolbach, WOLBACH, at ymail, and that's the letter Y, mail.com. And we can start off that way if that's what you wish. My license is in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Maryland. And now the company I work for, let me just mention this before I go. We have multiple offices in many states. If you are interested in becoming one, you can still contact me, and I can start the ball rolling. If you're in a distant state, I probably will not be the one to actually train you, but I still will have a hand in helping you as you grow and become a public adjuster, and afterwards as well. So you will be working with me to an extent, even though physically we're not going to be able to be together because of that distance. But I'm always a call or an email away. Again, Steve Wolbach, your friendly public adjuster. If you guys are interested, if you're looking for some added income, this is a great way to do it. I hope to hear from you soon. God bless you.